Welcome to Engen The Making of, the high-stakes entrepreneurial competition where pressure fuels performance and bold ideas are built in real time. This is season 2, so expect more twists, more surprises, and more excitement. We have 10 entrepreneurs ready to go head to head. In every round, they'll face a brand new challenge set by our generous sponsors. And like every entrepreneurial obstacle, it'll demand more than just creativity. It takes insight, grit, strategy, and a whole lot of hustle. In just 4 hours, they'll need to solve the challenge with a bold, market-ready solution, build a rock-solid financial model, give it a name that sticks, and pitch it all with a punchy tagline, preferably one that doesn't sound like it came from ChatGPT. At the end of each round, one contestant may be voted out while the winning team walks away with their share of 100,000 Rand and a chance to fight another day and keep building their bank account. With a total of 800,000 Rand up for grabs and the ultimate chance to prove that they have what it takes to build South Africa's next big idea. Under pressure and in real time, this is season 2 of Engen The Making of. I'm Yasmin Ali. Let the games begin. Welcome, Engen The Making of contestants. How are you feeling?
Great.
Great. Okay, so today's challenge, our first challenge for the season, we have got Chippo from Clover here to tell you what your challenge is for the day. Chippo, over to you.
Good morning, contestants.
Morning.
Thank you all for being here. I'm very grateful to be here and give you today's challenge for episode 1. So, a bit of background about Clover and what we do as a business. Clover has been around offering or providing quality nutrition to South Africans for over 125 years. It started off in a little dairy in Mooirivier in the KZN and now has expanded to an entire national footprint with multiple production facilities across the country and many more distribution facilities. Where we are as a business now and where we want to go, where we want to be moving forward, is that we offer a variety of products, not only limited to dairy, which is something that Clover is most well known for. Their dairy products, their quality milk and cheeses, butters, etc. But we want to move more into a space that offers, that speaks to our wider goal of offering quality nutrition to all South Africans. So that is not limited to dairy alone. That can be anything from dairy to juices to anything in between. So as part of the brief today, what we want you to do is come up with a new product or brand that fulfills this mission of ours. Remember, it's about the entire basket. What do South Africans need? What sort of nutrition are they looking for? What sort of price points? Who's your consumer? You know, which part of the market do you want to target? There's something for everyone, whether it's premium, economic. I'm giving you too many clues here. Keep going now, we'll keep going. Yeah, just a bit more about Clover is that the business offers a wide variety of products, as I mentioned before, but we also have very strong partnerships with other brands. Because on top of having a wide basket, we also have the largest chilled distribution network in South Africa. So that's also something that we do. And on top of that, as part of our distribution, we also have a distribution model called Masakane, which means let's build together. And that is a very big advantage of ours, where we're able to service direct to store of spaza shops, many wholesalers, many traders, superettes, schools, canteens, the works. We're currently sitting on about 62,000 direct-to-store clients, and this is also something that we're very proud of and is something that further fulfills our mission of providing that nutrition to all South Africans. So that's just a bit about what we do. I realized I didn't tell you what I do. So I'm the brand manager of the Clover corporate brand, and I also look after custard on the snacking side. So that's what I do.
Oh, good friend to have. Okay, so each of you have the option of asking Chippo one question, and I'm just going to start in the front and move across. So,
Hi, Shipo. My name is Siamo. I'm from Obriani. My question is around the food product. You mentioned that Clover has a large refrigerated distribution. The brief, is it specific to perishable, non-perishable, or are we open to doing anything that can either be refrigerated or kept in a shelf?
That's a very good question. So it's not limited to only perishable goods. Part of the Clover basket is a lot of long life products, which is also something that meets South African consumers where they're at. Not everybody has access to refrigeration, so it's open to the entire basket, long life, fresh, etc., etc.
Hi, Chippo. I'm Yumna from Cape Town. My
Hi.
question is just to find out what your biggest waste product is at Clover.
So depending on the season, it could be milk. So there's a lot of the time milk could go to waste, but what we do as a business is we try and repurpose that milk into other products. So yeah, there you go.
Hi, Chipo. My name is Katleho from Nature Studio. I think the question I have is like, how do you define nutrition?
Good question. I'm just going to be saying good question to all of them. So nutrition it has a holistic definition. So it's about balance. It's about getting the right things at the right times to the right consumer. So nutrition for a child might look different to nutrition for an adult. But to be more specific, we're talking about anything that enriches the body and mind of consumers. That's what nutrition is.
awesome.
Hi, my name is Kotketo Ramatlo from Engen TMO.
Hello.
I just want to know that in terms of just coming up with new products or nutritional products, do we have to also talk about the experience, the customer experience and marketing and so forth? Should we cover that as well?
Absolutely, absolutely. So the market side of it is a large part. And we want you to come up with a tagline, a brand name, product name, depending on which route you take. So yes, it is important.
Okay.
Good morning, Chipo. My name is Slondiwe Mutabi from Entire Brands, and my question is centered around your target consumer. So if you were to give me a percentage of the highest target consumer that Clover services, that'll be appreciated. Who is consuming most of your products?
Oh, well, who here hasn't had any Clover milk in their life? Anybody? So we have products that service a variety of target markets. So as an example, we'll have Crush, the Crush brand, and you'll see a few samples in your boardrooms.
Don't eat the samples.
Not yet, at least. You'll see a few samples in the boardrooms, and depending on which way we want to stretch the brand, it can go towards an economical side, it can go towards a premium side. So we try and cater to a wide market, because once again, nutrition for all South Africans, that's our vision. And South Africans are very diverse, in many ways. So everyone is our target market.
Cool. Let's go back.
Good morning, Chipo. My name is Refilwe from Glowlux. You mentioned that access is quite pivotal in the Clover brand. So I just wanted to find out, what are some of the limitations that you as a business have overcome in order to be such a widespread brand, considering that you service, all the way from LSM1 to LSM10. So what are those access challenges?
Very good question.
Big question, I think. So maybe one
Sure.
key lesson that they can take into the brief?
I would say that the biggest challenge was actually something that was addressed a few years ago. The business was quite widespread, and we had to consolidate quite a lot of the the assets and distribution centers and production facilities to try and make things more efficient. So yeah, that was one of our biggest challenges.
Great.
Cool. Hi, Chip. I'm Rodney from JLPV. So this is the brief. So would you guys prefer a non-perishable brand, also that your supply chain can easily source?
Well, that'll be up to you, actually. I wouldn't say I'm leaning in either or direction, but depending on which route you go, there's many considerations. Supply chain is obviously one of them, and I'm glad you're thinking in that direction. But then, you have to balance it off with other things in terms of the overall vision that Clover has.
Awesome.
Hi, Chibo. I'm Buso from Computer Guardian.
Hi.
So my question is, are we required to come up with an entirely new product, or are we allowed to maybe build on something that Clover already offers?
So there's a phrase that our CGO likes to say, big brands make big babies. And that should answer your question.
Hi, I'm Priscilla. I'm from the cleaning squad, and I don't have any questions.
Awesome.
Hi, I'm Lungis Ngosi from the Maths and Science Center. I just want to ask a question. Are there particular health restrictions within your product range that you are very, very particular about?
Nothing in particular. There are, of course, considerations, from a nutritional side, from different ingredients or different products of different costings. So I wouldn't say there's particular restrictions, but you should be considerate when it comes to whatever product or brand you develop from that perspective.
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah, I think that you guys did quite well at questions for your first time. Oh, it's sweating here next to me. Well, thank you so much. We will
pleasure.
see you later for the judging.
Awesome.
If I can ask you to leave. All that's left is for us to pick our teams, and the team leaders will join me in front and pick their teams. After you've picked your teams, you get to meet your graphic designers. So, are we ready?
Yes.
Ready.
Best choice of all. Okay, TMO contestants, I'm going to count you down. So 3, 2, 1, reveal. Okay, so in 3, 2, 1, reveal. We have our first team leaders. Team leader 1, team leader 2, please join me in front. Okay, team leader 1, your first pick.
You mean?
Just move over. Team leader 2.
The gentleman at the back.
Okay, if you can move over. Okay. Team leader 1.
Lady in green.
Kuketsa. Great.
Rodney.
Rodney. Okay.
Siam.
Tiamo. Sure, we've got quite a girls group happening there.
The lady in the front.
Okay, so you can stay there. Your final pick, sir.
Mbus.
And make it official.
Yes.
If I can ask you to join your teams, please. Great. So we've got 2 very interesting looking teams for day 1. How do you feel about your teams? Finally, we get to pick our graphic designers. As you guys know, you get assigned a graphic designer for today that helps you put together your visual presentation and really helps your message come to life. Ready to meet your graphic designers?
Yes.
Ready?
Yes.
Graphic designers, please join me. Welcome. If you'll introduce yourselves to the teams very quickly. Let's start on that side.
Hi, I'm Faim Lombard. I'm a senior graphic designer with over 8 years worth of experience in print and digital design. 5 of those years in the corporate space. I focus on marketing, branding, and social media. Thank you.
Cool.
Hi everyone, my name is Johnny Tuba and I'm your graphic designer for today. I'm currently creative director, freelancing. I've got over 8 years experience in the graphic design industry, focusing on branding, corporate identity and digital marketing.
I think those are some great credentials. Okay, so team leaders, I'm going to get you to pick your graphic designer for the day. Please reveal your graphic designers. So team 2 gets Johnny, team 1 gets for him. If I can ask you to join your teams, please. With our teams complete, are you ready to attack your first brief?
Yes.
Are you excited?
Yes.
Do it.
TMO teams, please go to your boardrooms. While our contestants settle into their boardrooms, let's take a moment to meet the minds behind the judgment. Our panel of judges who don't just know great ideas, they know how to build them. First, from our episode sponsor Clover, we have Chippo, Regional Brand Manager driving fresh innovation across custard and snack products. He's the strategist who ensures every idea fits the Clover promise and truly connects with customers. Our head judge, Heidi Brouwer, isn't just a judge, she's the brand mama behind some of South Africa's best-known marketing ideas. A creative strategist and thought starter, Heidi believes that it takes a village to raise a brand. Finally, we have Sim, Engen's head of transformation and stakeholder engagement. He's a master at aligning business strategy and brand purpose with public engagement, with a sharp eye for whether an idea can truly land in the real world. With a panel like that, there's no room for fluff, just feedback that's as sharp as it is strategic. Okay, let's join our contestants and see how they come to terms with their first challenge. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start!
Guys, we are into win it. To win it.
Winning.
To win it. To
We
win
win
it.
it, we win it, we win it,
To
we win
win
it.
it.
Okay, someone's making notes. Food inflation, consumer needs, rising competition. Whatever your route, your solution must go beyond just a good idea. You need to bring it to life with a compelling marketing and distribution plan that could realistically win over both the consumer and the trade. Good luck, and remember, the best ideas are not only innovative, but rooted in everyday lives of real South Africans.
Does it say how long our pitch is? Is it 3 minutes like last
I
year?
think it's a
Probably
short
gonna
pitch, I
be
think
3
normally
minutes.
3 minutes,
We're gonna have to time
elevator
ourselves
pitch.
there to use up.
But I think going beyond that, having a milk product, you know, like powdered milk, right? I don't know if they have something like that traditionally, right? We would put that in umtogo, you know, like
Like a Nespresso.
yeah, Nespresso type of product, you know.
Still a little bit difficult because you've got opinions you need to take in consideration before you can come up with a final draft. So there need to be discussions, but I think the discussions need to be very, limited, and a decision must be made very, very quickly.
I think if maybe now we could all, if you're thinking of an idea, can we all maybe share it and then we'll then decide which one.
I think
we're
before we
going
go to idea, let's just define like what is the problem that we all think the problem is. I think like before we go into like solutions, we all have to kind of like think about like what is the problem that we're solving. I think from like our understanding, like the problem is nutrition. I think if maybe we go around the room and everyone define what they think nutrition is. I think.
May I just request, can we try and put the ideas?
Yeah. That's fine.
Now
So
what we're doing
we
is
can have
questioning
yes.
it.
So what
Yeah.
what we can do is we can maybe have 2 top ideas or 3 ideas, and then we will decide as a team, and then from there we will run with the whole concept. So I think if we
Sure. Okay. I think the first thing. Okay, let me start by saying it was great. I think even though it was random picking of the team, I really enjoyed working with my team. What's always interesting is seeing how the different personalities come together, how some start at the top, or rather with, running energy, and then others pick up towards the end. But I think we complemented each other very well. Even though we were given 4 hours, it felt like so long.
And I really think that this would be such a brilliant idea to say that we are then bringing in your baobab, right? Because it's indigenous to South Africa. It's true to us. Moringa. Moringa, yes, it's indigenous to India, but also in our African countries as well.
And everything gets used of the moringa.
Yes,
from the leaf
moringa's
to
got
the roots.
97 nutrients.
You see, there comes the nutrition, right?
Yes.
You see, it's like, yeah.
Yes. So moringa's got 97 nutrients. And
Okay, looking around the room, I think Koketso would be the least person I'd like to work with. It's important that we separate ourselves from the products that we are pitching for. And I think she was trying to drive more towards her particular field of interest.
So if you think about what we were suggesting, it's
an all-day
it's an
lunch.
all-day meal,
Yeah.
right?
It's just a
On-the-go
quick
meal.
on
Yeah.
the way, on the go.
On the go meal, né? So
Yeah, I love that on the go
On the
stuff.
go.
On the go.
What's on the go in a
Give
word?
via.
Via.
Yeah, give via.
That's nice.
No, serious. I feel like via is like, yeah,
On the
via.
go.
Yeah, it's on the
Yeah.
go. Give via.
yeah, via is beautiful. Like,
Man.
what if you put via underneath like a pure nibble? I'm so much stealing here from ChatGPT.
Okay.
You know, like
Say that again.
via pure nibble.
You know, nibble is not a word that any
Yeah.
child in KZN thinks of.
But I like via.
But I'm just thinking.
Not taking offense. So our group dynamic was quite a beautiful one. I didn't anticipate that it would work smoothly. So there wasn't any particular person that I feel like was not contributing. Everyone had their own strength and they were trying to put their ideas forward. And obviously it's not all the time that our ideas are going to go through, but I just feel like we all wanted this win more, as individuals as well as a group.
true, and then we just from it. Yeah.
Buso?
Yeah, I think I have the same idea as you guys with the protein, but I was thinking more of a protein bar. I don't think Clover has it. So yeah, I think maybe using the different ingredients, like you mentioned, the moringa and whatnot, because I don't think there is something that exists that has like a moringa or something.
Yeah.
I think it was very stressful, especially at the beginning. But as time went, I think like getting used to everyone in the room and the challenge, and the more time we spent together, I think things became a bit easier.
So when I was on the dairy, I would sell my whey in bulk. So people would just come and collect my whey from the dairy because I didn't want
Team
to. Then they
one,
were doing a
how's
favor.
it going? Doing well.
Going good.
Yeah, I see everybody's still alive, so that's a good sign generally for the first hour. As you guys know, you get 1 question per hour from an industry expert. So I'm going to let Maria introduce herself.
Thank you. Nice to meet you guys.
Hi, Maria.
My name is Maria and I work for a company called Nielsen IQ. What we basically do is we do consumer research and we consult companies like Clover and manufacturers in general on innovation. So we test their innovation ideas. Basically, I have been doing this for the last 15 years where I see new innovation ideas, we test them and we understand, are they going to do well or not? So you get to ask me 1 question, so choose wisely.
We see here it says that we are tasked with launching a new Clover product or innovation. So our question is that can we do both? Can we do a Clover product and also innovation product, whereas we can then extend on what's already there?
That's basically what an innovation is.
Extend on what's already there, right?
Yes.
Thank
so
you.
either you can create a completely new brand or you can create what's called a line extension. A line extension means it's a brand that's there, but you're branching into a new category, you're branching into a new usage occasion, you're branching into something that's going to appeal to non-users of the brand. So think expansion, but it can be expansion within a brand that you already know.
Okay. Thank you.
See, I told you she'd know the answers. Okay, team 1, good luck.
Thank
Thanks,
you so
guys.
much.
Good luck.
No, I feel very strongly about teamwork. I am a team player. So in terms of the team, they agreed with the plan, with the idea I came with. But we didn't follow through on the entire theme of the idea. So we'll see how that goes.
Is this Clover?
No. These are just. So
Yeah, you
once
basically
once you come up with a marketing and guys, hey, we
Guys,
need
we
to
need
go.
to move with time.
We need to go.
Yeah, I think what we do, because of time, I think we're diving maybe too deep.
I think
To cover the
Mama
target
Elana,
market, we just say from the start,
Can we just give that range,
Yeah.
right? And then should there be specific questions, at least if it's something we've discussed?
I think when Lungezi basically stepped up, it was basically just because there was a time that I actually kind of got annoyed, but I think he just wanted to base the product more on that field that he was in.
But I feel like we're already here.
Yeah,
Should
there's
anything
no
happen,
turning back, yes.
we're not
Because
going
I think
back.
this is just gonna now demotivate
Yeah.
our.
So what would the question be?
Hello. How's the team two? How we doing? Oh goodness, those reactions are kind of
loaded
telling me a
laugh,
lot.
hey?
eh?
Yeah.
It's I'm a little worried.
Oh no, you shouldn't. It's
shouldn't
just around the question.
So what's your question for Maria team two?
So we're going with that question. So we as a team would like to know why Clover hasn't focused much on cereals within the brand, in the Clover brand.
It's a very good question.
No.
My answer to you is maybe you can make them
Yes.
focus on cereal.
Yes.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck.
Okay.
Okay, so
We
Ravaya.
are
Ravaya,
on
guys.
the-
Ravaya.
So the expert was, I think, she tried to be as non-specific as possible, if that's a word. She tried to be as broad as possible, but in essence, she kind of played into our ballpark around where we were thinking. So I think we were able to work around it. But now you want to, obviously, the economy of scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, you also want to give a person some impetus to buy the box. So if you say a box is...
I think we discussed certain points too in depth, unnecessary. So there was a little bit too much discussions and too little actual work. So that's where we lost maybe some time as well.
95.
No, but it wouldn't make sense.
Why?
Because a sachet, we're saying a sachet.
So it's gonna
needs to-
be cheaper
Why don't
than
we
a sachet.
work back?
Yeah, so that you incentivize a person who wants to buy a
So-
box.
Oh, I get what you're saying. I just wanted to finish. So my thing about me is when I commit to a goal, I commit to it up until the end. So I was able to stay calm and focus on the work. Priscilla was sitting next to me counting down, but I was like, you know what, let's just get this done. So I was just in it to make it to the end.
We're targeting nutritional savvy people. You want someone, or people that want nutrition.
What is nutrition? And for me, that's why I was like starting off with that question. It's like, what is nutrition? Like when you understand the concept of like nutrition, it definitely means something different to all of us.
The person I was least in favor of is Katlego, mainly because we butted heads a bit with regards to a point that an idea that came up. One of the points that was made, he spent too much time trying to convince me why to change things into his way, even though it wasn't necessarily, fact. There was no right or wrong. We could have done without the changes, but we spent too much time trying to fix that one point that he brought up, and there was no compromise.
You typed something. Remember?
Yeah, you did. You did. You spoke about this right
Oh,
at the
our
beginning.
story.
Yes, right at the
Okay,
beginning.
wait.
Am I making you nervous?
Yes.
Okay, excuse. Sorry.
Rodney.
Ah,
can you please
the
help him with
description.
the South African
This is
history
the product.
those years that they were giving us in the...
You're confusing me. What are those years for?
Oh my goodness. Someone that I think is difficult to work with, in all honesty, is Rodney. I feel like he overly relies on AI without necessarily, just looking through the details. I know that right now, of course, we need to use AI, but still, AI is a tool that you can use. Yeah, he was somewhat lazy at times, that he just takes information as is, just put it into AI and then just give it as is. And I think, I don't think that's a good business practice.
A bigger market.
Cool. What else is missing from the actual document?
Please, a nice cover
Guys,
page.
can we have a picture of the product?
Please.
Let's get the content,
No,
guys.
no, it's for this. It's for this.
No, the content here. Oh, are we submitting both of these?
We're submitting this now, and I've got under 3 minutes, so I need a cover.
This is done. Can I export this then and then?
No, we're not done.
Can you just screen grab? Are you able to screen grab anything that I can
Guys,
use
we have
to put on a
the memory
document?
stick. Can we just add this onto the
Guys,
memory stick?
I really think that...
Can you just send it without the cover page?
We need to.
Yes, that's
But
fine.
we're not gonna... Oh.
Send it
Can
without
you
the
airdrop
cover
it
page?
to me?
So you mean
MacBook,
you just speak to
TMO
it?
Like
MacBook.
we stick to this.
You can airdrop it to me.
But they're not gonna use it if it's not there.
Yeah, projection. No, what we can do is, at the bottom there is, you can just put there for year 1, year 2, year 3, because time is...
Okay. No, I just sent something.
I'm fairly confident. Could have been much better, because obviously we lost some time, and because there's too many decision makers, so it hampers a bit of the final decision making. But yeah, I'm fairly confident.
I sent it in the group though, as well.
We're on WhatsApp.
Can we leave the picture out and just add the document on to the memory?
Yeah. I just wanted to. Okay.
Guys, do you think it's going to put us at an advantage?
We're not going to have any advantage if we don't have anything. So can we just add the document?
Just try the second
add
one.
the document onto the memory stick.
Yeah.
Yes, we're gonna put it on the memory stick. We just
Put competitors quickly.
MacBook.
Hurry, madam. Hurry.
Via already.
Via.
Yeah, just save there.
PDF, ne? Okay. Export it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop.
Receive.
Okay.
We're on our memory card.
May I please have the memory stick?
Did I ever check if it's saved? I don't even
Team
know.
2, breathe. Okay. Remember, you've got a chance to
Oh,
polish
the
your
lid.
presentations now. I need to get out of here, so well done on whatever you've come up with. To do that in 4 hours is no mean feat. Well done. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Okay, how are we doing?
It's on the stick.
Mixed emotions.
Is it on the stick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, whatever's on the stick is on the stick. But you do have an hour to now work on that presentation. Okay. As you saw, teams are required to provide our judges with 2 documents. Let me quickly tell you a little more about them. The first is a complete proposal document. This must contain all the elements of their solution and answer all the judging criteria. The second is their preliminary presentation. They are allowed to edit this before the presentation, but it must still be in line with the proposal. The first round is always the trickiest. Ideas are raw, teams are new, and the pressure is real. And for those brave enough to step up and present, they don't yet know what they're stepping into. After the presentations, the judges will announce the winning team. A member of the losing team gets voted out in an individual secret ballot. If you want to see how the contestants voted, stay tuned after the closing credits where all will be revealed. But first, let's head to the presentations and see how they handle the nerves and the pressure.
Hello, contestants.
Hello, judges.
Welcome to the second season of Engen The Making of. It's lovely to have you here. My name is Heidi Brouwer, and I'm your chief judge, along with my colleagues who will introduce ourselves in a moment. I've been in branding and marketing for many, many years, and I really enjoyed last year's season. I think this time we're going to be up for some really, really exciting stuff, and I hope you'll enjoy the journey. You were picked from over 800 applicants, which is 4 times as many applicants as last year. So I think it's going to be hot. Let me introduce you to my colleague Sim from Engen.
Thank you, Heidi. Good day, contestants. My name is Sim, surname is Manglena, and I'm from Engen, the title sponsor. I wish you all the best for the season, and may you guys knock us off our feet.
And welcome to our guest judge today from Clover, Chipo.
Hey contestants, my name is Chipo Kamukamba. I'm the corporate brand manager of Clover, as well as the brand manager of Custard, just to throw that in there. And I'm very excited to be here today, and I'm looking forward to seeing whatever you've made has been made with love. So thank you so much.
Brilliant, thank you. So here's how it's going to work. To my left is a timer, to your right, and there are 3 precious, precious minutes for you. We have each read your documents that you submitted. Thank you for all your hard work. I think you've had a challenging day. Teamwork is challenging at the best of times, but especially when you don't know one another and you don't know the strengths of your fellow members. But I think you've worked really hard, and we're looking forward to seeing your presentation. I'll set you off when the 3 minutes starts. We won't interrupt you. We'll listen to your presentation, after which each of the judges will ask you a couple of questions, and that will be that for this part of things. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Excellent. So let's get the timer going, and your time begins now.
Cool. So finding healthy, nutritious meals is very hard for finding healthy, nutritious meals is very hard for every South African family, especially when we're eating breakfast on the go and everyone is just looking for a quick meal to leave the house. So this is what we looked specifically into. How do we bring nutritious, healthy products into the market, looking at some of the products that Clover is already working on, and how do we integrate some of like their waste product into our product.
So we have come up with a solution by doing a range of nutrient-dense protein powder blending whey with moringa, available in 3 flavors. And that is your strawberry, your banana, and your vanilla.
So the beautiful thing about the whey is that whey is already naturally occurring when you process cheese. So we thought, let's take one of those specific ingredients and introduce that into a new product.
And it's coming in 3 formats. If you can go back. It's coming in 3 and our features and benefits. Why moringa? Moringa's got 92 nutrients, 72 amino acids, and it also helps with muscle growth and repair, boosts immune system, improves digestion. And the benefits of whey: it's a complete protein source, popular dietary supplement, and also promotes overall health.
So our target market, I think having spoken to Chipo in the introduction, he mentioned that Masakhane is a huge component of their distribution channel, right? So looking at that, Masakhane is positioned in lower income households. So we thought that would be a great opportunity for our target market. So our target market is lower and middle income households, looking at LSM 3 to 6. And these will be specifically parents looking for a great nutritional supplement or a meal replacement for their kids. And also sports and health enthusiasts. We think this will be a great product because this is already something that they are familiar with. I think the beautiful part about this is that, we're looking at how to take Clover's products that already exist and bring that into our target.
Our competitors, we've got the USN and GNC, Maheo, Future Life range. What sets us apart from our competitors is that we're going via the organic route and plant-based indigenous ingredients. Yes, we're starting with moringa, but as time goes on, we want to get into using your baobab as well, marula, which is very indigenous to South Africa as well.
So our marketing campaign will feature multiple elements. As again we mentioned, we'll drive, I know it's not on the presentation, but again we'll be using Masakhane to drive some of...
That look on your faces. 3 minutes is the shortest amount of time you could imagine, right? Shock, did you practice?
I think we did run out of time, but we, in the little time that we had,
we tried to go over as much of it as possible. I think the only thing we didn't have is just the timer.
Yeah,
to time ourselves.
The biggest trick, there's one on your phone, don't forget. The biggest trick is not to go over and not to go under. And I think that's what the contestants last time learned. So thank you. I'm afraid I can't let you finish, but we have read your documents, so we'll have to go on the basis of that. Thank you. So let's begin with Clover. Questions from you, Chipo.
So the first question is around the insight that you provided at the beginning. And the insight was that South Africans are struggling to fulfill their nutritional needs on a daily basis. So yes, that is a claim that, we're all South Africans and we all know the struggle, but I think it's very important when you are pitching a product to include a substantiation for your claims. So apart from, sort of general knowledge, what was the biggest insight behind you heading in this direction for your product?
Okay, you want to go?
I think looking at just us in the room and looking at also township base, because that's where, Masakane will obviously be distributing at. A lot of people at the townships, not much health conscious, right? And putting this in and looking at it as also, which we were going to cover here, our vertical diversification in terms of your yogurts, your crushes having those flavors as well as time goes on. So it's going to be easier. When a child gets into a spa, sorry, I know they're not paying us. They get into a spa and then they say, Mommy, please buy me this. They will originally obviously go to your Danons, your crushes and so forth. So if we're adding that in, then it will also probably, the target market.
So part of our research, we discovered that 11.9% of South Africans do struggle with malnutrition and overnutrition, with obesity and poverty being one of the key factors. So that's something we considered when we looked at the product range.
And when you're considering nutrition is quite a wide umbrella. Protein is very specific. And South Africans, we love our meat. So we get a lot of protein from our meat products. So what about the undernutrition or overnutrition then led you to pursue a protein route, which is something that a lot of products have done recently. But why did you feel like that is the thing?
So we looked at the processing of what's already the products that you already have. So we looked at, since protein, like whey powder, is already something that Clover has in their manufacturing process, we thought instead of discarding that as waste or selling it to someone else, it would be easier to implement into a new product. So then cutting most of our costs, instead of like having to R&D a new product and looking at different things that we already have, we thought, okay, we already have this as part of our manufacturing process, then we don't have to build new factories, we don't have to explore different other things. It's something that we already have. I think the only thing we don't know is that if you sell it to someone else or not.
Anything else specifically about the product that you want to pick up on?
Your product is based on mixing a protein, essentially a protein shake or meal supplement. Adding more layers, don't you think that raises the complexity of the product where, you mentioned how people are too busy and on the go. How does this play into that frame of mind?
So we didn't get to the rest of our presentation, but we were planning on having 3 different options. So it come with a 50-gram sachet, it will come with a 500-gram if you want to buy in bulk, and then a 1.5 kilos. So what we were looking at is eventually, so we were going to partner it with some of our products. So it's like pre-package it with some of our milk. So when you're buying milk, it's something that you already have access to. If you're buying like yogurt, it's just something you can automatically add to some of the products that we already have. So that's kind of how we approached the thinking of it being a quick, ready-to-eat product.
Thanks. I'm going to move us on. I think we must also remember that the people watching, the audience, don't have line of sight into your documents. So this presentation is all they get to see. Sim, questions from you?
Yes, two things on my side. I noticed something, and I'm not sure if it's just me or if it's deliberate or it's a naming convention. So what is it? Is it yogurt? Is it yogurt? Or is it your gut?
Oh.
Because we saw three different names. We saw yogurt, we saw your gut, we saw your hurt. So we're not sure. Maybe just take us through. What's the thinking there?
It's yogurt. I realize it may have been like an oversight on our end due to time, and we take full responsibility for that.
That's good. At least it's a learning curve. Second one, competitors, and it's actually on our screen. What is it, Maheu or is it Makeu?
Maheu.
Maheu.
Yes.
The Maheu that we traditionally drink?
Yes.
Okay. So Maheu is a competitor to the product.
So we were looking at it if it's a meal supplement or a meal replacement. So if you think of it like traditionally at home, it's like maheu would be the something that you want to have like on the go. So it's just a quick something I can have. So that's how we're looking at like positioning maheu as a competitor.
Okay, interesting.
Anything else?
Nothing else on my side, thanks.
Just picking up on that, it's interesting for me because if you think of the lower LSM range that you've been talking about, Maheu would be a competitor in the lower end, low income kind of families.
Yes.
And then the USN and Future Life are the upper end. It feels to me like it's being spread quite wide. And I think that's a danger area that you're getting into. But the two things I want to pick up on are, first of all, I was so excited when I opened your document and it said, power your day your way, W-H-E-Y. I thought they were so super cool. Very nice. And then later on it said, power your day nature's way. And I was like,
which one is which?
Which one is which? Why did they forget?
The first one.
Power
The
your
first
day.
one.
Attention to detail is going to be
yeah.
very important going forward.
Yeah.
Sure.
Very important. Then I was interested also that I thought your packaging was great. Very nice packaging. The fact that you had focused on your marketing spend, that you had allocated 15%, thought that was very thoughtful. What does moringa taste like? Anybody ever tasted it?
So moringa, if it's an oil, it tastes bad, but we're going via the powder way. The powder way doesn't have a taste. So even if you mix it in your yogurt or in your water, no taste.
Sounds like that's what she's talking about there.
But to everybody sitting at home and to us as the judges, there was no mention in your proposal about the taste of the product, which is a very big factor.
Yeah.
It is one of the ultimate purchase drivers, especially in the good for you space. Yeah. So that's definitely something to tie in.
Which brings me to really the last comment, and I suppose it's a question too. In the brief, it said very specifically that one of the positioning or the gifts that Clover brings, I have to say this carefully because every time I say it, I fall over my words, is an excellent chilled distribution network, and that you should tap into that. It doesn't seem to me like you have. Do you want to comment on that?
So, sorry, it goes back to what we were saying is that we specifically looked at the Masakane aspect and not specifically just the chill range. So what we were, as we were talking about, like on our vertical, that's where we were planning on including some of that and partnering up with the already existing products to drive that into our product.
Okay. Pity we didn't get to see a sample ad concept or anything, but I think lots of lessons learned. Anything else that you guys want to add?
Nothing else.
No. Thank you for your hard work, and we'll see you a little bit later.
Thank you so much, adjudicators.
Kuketso, Katlego. Well done. Let's start with you, Katlego. How did that feel for you? What was it like?
Pretty intense. I think the biggest thing was the time felt very short. I didn't expect 3 minutes going by that fast.
And how did you find the judges? Were they as bad as you thought it was going to be?
Actually not. Surprisingly, actually not. Or maybe because we were clued up about what we're presenting or they liked what they saw. But I don't think they were a bit harsh as I thought they would be. Many pointers to take in, but everything that would help us for the next task.
Absolutely. But they did have a lot of questions for you guys. They did go into a lot of depth. So how did you feel about the questions? Did any of them trip you up?
Not really, because we had really already prepped. I think a lot of the questions were just not shown and were already in our presentation. So I think the questions weren't that difficult to answer because we already had like that information, as Koketso said, like we already prepped for some of the questions that they asked us.
Finally, how do you think your chances are for today? Are you feeling confident about taking this one home?
Yes.
Yep.
It's a win. It's a win.
I'm glad you guys are so confident. Good luck. Let's see what team number 2 has to offer.
Welcome to the first episode of Engen's The Making of. You're representing your team, feeling the weight on your shoulders? Good. My name's Heidi Brouwer. I'll be with you for the whole season. Sim is from Engen. He'll be with us too for the season. Chipo's from Clover, who are the sponsors of this episode. And we can't wait to hear your story. We've read your documents. Thank you for them. Although, just to give you a bit of a deep breath, even deeper breath to take, you were asked for 2 documents. We only had 1 from you. And I hope you will respond to that a little bit later. But you have 3 minutes. The clock is on the side over here. 3 minutes fly by. So I'm going to suggest you focus really, really hard. After which time we will take some questions from Sim, some questions from Chipo and from me. And your time begins now.
Good afternoon. South Africa is a nation of people on the move. Yet nutrition remains one of the highest socio-economic challenges. Our response. So building from a 100-year legacy and over a 100-year legacy that Clover already has, because Clover cares about its consumer, building on the values of trust, quality, and innovation. Here's our story. Via on-the-go range, which is a solution for active toddlers to corporate gurus. Well, what is the problem that we are trying to solve? Firstly, we're trying to help South Africans maintain a healthy lifestyle. Secondly, limited access to nutritious food as well as a high cost of living. But then, how do we therefore propose to solve this problem? This is where Via nutritional range comes in. You can see the colorful range that we have. Well, what does the colorful range of Via actually promise? Firstly, we've got the NutriBar, the NutriMix, which is a lovely powder-based cereal, as well as the NutriBar, which is an energy bar, which does have protein, as well as the NutriShake, the energy drink that we have over there. The product is actually made out of 3 main ingredients, which are milk, which is what Clover is known for, oats, as well as wheat, and our secret ingredient. Because of its high potency, as well as nutritional value, we add in our secret ingredient, which is moringa. And now, who are we targeting? We're looking at the rural and urban areas, tapping into existing distribution network that Clover has already built across the country as well as beyond. But there is another delivery vehicle, which is the Masakane Deep Distribution Network that we are looking to tap into for this affordable product.
All right, so moving over to our market analysis. So what we see is that the consumer today wants products that are on the go, that are easy to prep because time is not of an essence. And then also this is a consumer that wants a complete range, not just one product. Next slide. So we provide via On the Move. We're going to distribute this product making use of Make Me Known Challenge. We're going to target students all over the country and also make known via On the Move to South Africa.
Time flies, right? Time flies. 3 minutes can feel like an eternity and it can feel like a flash. I'm afraid we didn't get to see your whole and you didn't complete your 2 full documents, which means we really haven't heard your whole story, which is a jolly pity. Okay, let's take some questions first from you, Chipo.
So, firstly, I'll start with some compliments. I think your brand name is very eye-catching, and I think it resonates with South Africans, you know, via Let's Go, On the Move, you know. I really like it, and I think it stands out and has a good fit with the products that you have on offer.
Even though somewhere further on in the document it was called Nutrigo.
It was called Nutrigo. It was. So, yeah, we're not sure which one it is, but let's go with Via for now. So, to be quite frank, the documents that you provided were a bit hard to follow. You know, each of my fellow judges, we wanted to really zoom in on one aspect of your proposal. But because things were quite fragmented, it was hard to zoom in on just one thing. So for the benefit of the audience, I'll stick to what we've seen as part of your presentation. And one of the big things or the big claims that you have is that access to nutrition is limited. What is your substantiation? Where is that coming from? What led you to believe that is a fact? And why did that make you choose this particular product?
And if only one of you could answer, please, just to make the time nice and well used.
All right. Shall we say ladies first?
So with regards to limitation, we looked at what the average consumer wants. So they want products that are easy to prepare, right? So that is the first limitation that we looked at. Secondly, we looked at access, making use of the distribution networks that Clover does already have compared to its competitors. We saw that it's an advantage for us to align ourselves with that in order to increase our distribution. So when it came to limitation, we looked at also in terms of additives. A lot of the products that are on our shelves have additives that don't necessarily speak to the nutritional values that the consumer needs. So that's why we took the natural and organic route by also introducing the moringa, which is something that we don't really see in our competitors. We don't really see them using natural and organic extracts or powders in the products that they produce. This also speaks to, the vast local networks of farmers that we have, that we're empowering, ensuring that we don't only speak to empowering people through good nutritional products, but also bringing in the whole value chain. So that's what we were thinking when we were thinking of limitations.
Then your target market, you mentioned that it's from the active toddler to the corporate guru. That's who you are targeting. Would you say those two markets have the same nutritional needs?
All right, just to go on that. So we were giving a range because we're looking at nutritional needs from, as we said, from the toddler on the go. We are mindful that they do not have the same needs in terms of nutrition. However, in terms of energy and in terms of simplicity of the product, they would essentially, the product is a good fit for that range, for that broad spectrum between the toddler as well as the corporate guru. So we are looking at people that are essentially just on the move.
So last thing from my side. So you've mentioned that you've segmented your audience, your target market, but looking at the products that you've provided, there's nothing on the products that indicates that this is for the toddler, this is for the corporate guru. There were no pack sizes on the shots. So, you know, that could be a 500 ml pack. Are we giving 500 mils to a toddler? Or it could be 100 mils. Are we giving 100 mils to a corporate exec? So it's a bit difficult to know which product is for which person. And that's something that really needs to come through.
Thanks. You good?
Yes.
Thank you. I must say the moringa was a surprise for me because in this prezzo because it actually wasn't represented in this document at all. Okay, Sim, from you.
Thanks, guys. Must say, I love, at least in the presentation, we've seen it, the pricing on the different products. It was missing in the document, but I love the fact that it's come through, which is well and good. When we looked at your competitor analysis, we picked up one critical aspect. One of the biggest rivalries to Clover was not there. And that was a biggie for us. And that's something that I would like you guys to reflect on. That's the one. The second aspect is around the specific ambassador that you guys have highlighted. But when you look at the packaging and the athlete that's there, it's not the same person. It's another aspect that we also saw. And we thought to ourselves, athletes, competitors, quite specific, but in your target market, it doesn't come through. So that's something that you guys also just need to reflect on, and hopefully, moving forward, something that you guys will correct.
Some any questions you want to ask?
Nothing, no questions.
Thanks. I want to ask just a question about your process because you had a graphic designer and it doesn't feel like you used them.
The process in terms of?
Yeah.
The time that you spent to put your work together, you had a graphic designer, it doesn't feel like you used them. This is a template full of lorem ipsum, which is templated document stuff. I feel like you didn't use your resources.
Our process was really quite intense. I think upon reflection, we realized that we could have actually, we could have done better. This is something that we are going to take back, you know, we really looked at reflectively as a team. So I think our process was very engaging, robust at the beginning, but what we did not do was really be intentional about documenting initially what our value proposition was. And that's something that we really reflected on.
Yeah, lots to do, lots to think of. It was day one. It's, I think, lots of lessons to be taken. I must say the thing that I do appreciate about what you did, agreeing with you, love the name. I think it's fabulous. I love the fact that you referenced Clover's legacy, which is, I mean, why wouldn't you have a brand that's more than 100 years old and access the gifts they bring? The gift that you didn't access is their chilled distribution network. It seems so weird for me because it was in your brief to say you must use that and it doesn't feel like you have it all. Can you talk to that, please?
So in terms of the chilled distribution network, we really looked at the longevity of the product and the packaging. So we took that into mind to say that we want this to be a product that aligned with the health standards, obviously, of Clover and the distribution. It's a product that lasts longer than our competitors. So that is something that we considered, but we neglected, obviously, to put it into the document. But for us, it was really the longevity of the product.
Okay, so you had assets you could have used and you didn't use them, and I think that's something to take forward with you as you go. So that was a lot of lessons, especially how quick time flies. 3 minutes. We say thank you, and we will see you a little bit later.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Refilwe, Mlungisi, you've just gotten out of the cauldron. How are you feeling? Let's start with you.
I'm feeling relieved. I am feeling relieved. I'm proud of the team. A lot of lessons that were learned, critical lessons that, you know, we need to be taking into the next round. But I mean, we gave it our all and we'll just see what happens.
Mlungisi, are you happy that you were chosen to present the team? You know, having now gone through the firing line. Would you have done it differently?
Well, we worked with what we had. I think 4 hours felt like an eternity at first, But once we were on the grind, it just shows that, you know, to get something from concept to final product, you know, really takes a long time. But I am, just like Refilo said, I mean, I am proud of the team that I was with. We really gave it our all. Of course, there were a lot of reflections that we could have, that we've taken. But nonetheless, I think we really did the best that you could under the circumstances.
Whenever I came into your room, you guys were very busy. Like, you know, there was a lot of talking. There was a lot of, I think I even at one point had to clap to get your attention.
Yes.
How did you feel about your team today?
So speaking to that, the energy was great. So what I think we could have done better was just to have a little bit more structure, just to contain that energy and also just to make sure that, I mean, the stuff that we missed out on, that we're working really in a sequential mode so that we don't miss anything. So I think we're too excited, too in it, and had we just taken a moment to step back, we really would have seen a difference.
So what you're talking about is just the sense of having a leader to focus. So do you think that that was lacking today, or was it just first round jitters?
Well, I think we all differ in terms of our leadership style. I think the energy in the room, everyone had just took, you know, self-leadership in a sense. I really do think that under the circumstances, we brought in our A game into it. Refilo did reflect upon the fact that we could have actually structured documenting. In fact, every single one of the questions that were asked there, I mean, we reflected upon it, but we didn't document it. But, you know,
hey, if it isn't documented, it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist,
right?
You know?
So, guys, good luck. We're about to hear what the judges have to say, and hopefully you'll be going away with your share of 100,000 Rand today.
Thank you so
Good
much.
luck.
Yes, thank you.
Big day today, day one. You walked in, didn't know each other, had to make a team, and now you've gotten to know each other, but someone's going home because not everybody can win. And tomorrow's another team. So best you learn some lessons today. And I hope your memory banks are switched on because you can't take notes. I'm going to give you some general feedback. Then I'm going to get a little bit of general feedback from each of my fellow judges. And then I'm going to go into each team and then reveal who the winner is. So the first thing I want to just point out, because I really want you to take this forward, because you've watched one season of this already and you know the kind of thing that we tolerate and that we don't. Sending in documents that are incomplete with typos, spelling errors, where your product name changes, where your payoff line changes, it is not good enough. Today's 100,000 Rand split. The money gets bigger and bigger. The stakes are real. So you can't be sending in documents that are incomplete and are poorly considered. It's just not good enough. So figure the roles in your team. Make it somebody's job to do that. That's how teams work, and you have to do that. Second thing, read the brief. Keep going back to the brief. There were some very specific things in the brief that both teams ignored. The issue about refrigerated cold chain, that is Clover's speciality. Nobody referenced that at all in your product design. Crazy. We asked you to look also at the brand legacy. It was sort of a byproduct, not good enough. Little things, put page numbers, make it easy for us to look at when we reference the discussion. In general, also, you guys had such wide target markets that there's no way these products are ever going to go to market. You can't say LSM 1 to 101, I know that's not real, and then try and have pricing that will fit that and distribution that will fit that. You really need to focus on something and focus on that thing deliberately, intentionally, according to the brief, or you're going to be all over the place, which you were today, and it showed. Lastly, in the brief as well, you were invited to make a sample ad. You didn't even get there. In fact, both teams, because you won't know that for each other, nobody got through their presentations in the 3 minutes. So we didn't hear, and the audience didn't hear your whole story. And just one last little thing, you'll both notice we introduced ourselves to you. When you do come and present, people do business with people. Introduce yourselves, tell us who you are, because that makes a difference too. So those are some overarching things that you need to focus on going forward. Well, the 9 of you that will still be here, because tomorrow's a new day and a new team. So from our sponsor, from Clover, anything that you'd like to give feedback on at a high level?
Well, today was obviously very challenging, and you know, I think the teams really tried to do their best. So coming here today, I was really hoping to see some really compelling products, and I think there were glimmers of that on both sides. But the strong fundamental through line of a product that can really be taken to the next level, as ready for production and ready for marketing and ready to arrive on South African shelves. I think there'll be a lot more work that needs to be done, but you know, this is part of the journey and the process. And who knows, by the end of the season, there'll be a couple of you that will be ready for such an exploit. So apart from that, I'm very happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what else you guys make over the rest of the season.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. And from you, Sim.
Thanks, Eddie. Guys, I think we've said this also in the previous season, and we want to say it again. Optimize the tools that you've been given. We've got graphic designers, we've got everyone else that you need within your respective teams. Use those people. You get given a specific time for a presentation, optimize the time that you've been given. Those are the 2 things that I want to leave with you today.
Thank you. Okay. So they say feedback should be given in a sandwich, where we should do some good stuff before we do some bad stuff. So I'm going to go on to Team 2. Team 2, your presenters are terrific, actually. You presented with confidence and clarity, but I'm afraid you guys just didn't pay attention. You must have been all over the place, because you were asked for 2 documents. We got 1 shoddy document. I feel like you didn't use your graphic designer at all. It was just poor. And we don't know you, so you don't walk in with your personal brands and your personal reputations. We only know what appears on the document. The toddlers to go-getters were so wide as to be almost impossible. There's no amount of money you can spend that will bridge a divide so big. When you presented, you introduced moringa. There was not moringa in your document. I don't know where that came from. It was just a poor use of your, what I think are terrific brains and abilities, and it was super disappointing. I'm afraid that's really my fellow judges and I were in agreement. We'd hoped the presentation was going to redeem you, but I'm afraid it didn't. Before you get excited, the other team. There were severe lacking things in yours as well. And in fact, with great grace, you didn't mention that the water brand that you mentioned was a competitor water brand to Clover. I mean, that is just awful. You can't do that. Somebody needs to be checking all the time that you respect your client, because actually that's your client. You also were all over the place with your payoff line. You had such a great one. Clearly you didn't agree, because we watched your reaction when you presented 1, 2, weren't sure what you were doing. Also, I think you had an issue with your from here to there. The biggest challenge is to focus. The biggest challenge is to cut away that which doesn't belong. Michelangelo said, I saw an angel in the marble and I chipped away until I set it free. Just focus. You have been given a good brief and you have to do that going forward. That being said, there was some good stuff. You referenced the legacy. Your design stuff was really good. And because of that, despite some big challenges, Team 1, you are the winner today.
Captain? Team 1?
Thank you, guys.
Team 1, congratulations. You've survived the first round and you're safe for today. In addition, you get to take home 20,000 rands. Not bad for a day's work.
Not at all.
Team 2, in a minute, you'll be voting somebody off. It's not pleasant, but it's part of the game. Judges, thank you so much for your feedback. Thank you for your insights. Clover, Engen, thank you so much for making this episode possible. Judges, you may leave. So while Team 1 gets to celebrate, Team 2, you're about to vote somebody off your team. Team 2, please go to the voting booth. And Team 1, while we wait, enjoy yourselves. Welcome back, Team 2. I know that that's generally not a very pleasant experience, but it has to get done. Okay, so I won't drag this out any further. Let's find out who's going home. The first vote, Rodney. Second vote, Lungisi. Third vote, Priscilla. You guys really did have a hard time deciding. The fourth vote, Refilwe. The first person voted out of season 2 of Engen The Making of, Priscilla. Priscilla, it's tough, but somebody has to go home. I hope that you'll take a lot of lessons with you, and I hope that whatever you've gone through today will make you a better entrepreneur. Everyone else, for now, you're safe. Priscilla, you may leave. Entrepreneurs, tomorrow everybody starts on the same footing. I'm really hoping that you listen to the feedback that the judges gave, because it was scathing, and they're going to be just getting more and more tough by the day. So go home, get some rest, come back ready to fight again tomorrow. But remember, tomorrow it's a new game. You start from zero. That win means absolutely nothing. But it is nice that you've got 20,000 Rand in the bank, right? Engen The Making of Season 2 contestants, you may leave. Priscilla, we're really sorry to see you go, but wish you all the best in your entrepreneurial endeavors. And congratulations to Katlego, Koketso, Mbuso, TMO, and Yumna, our very first winners of the season. They each win 20,000 Rand and take their first step onto the money ladder. With strong contenders already emerging, this season is set to be an exciting one. Join me next time to see what the next round of Engen The Making of brings.
I'm kind of disappointed. You know, it was a team effort. I tried to stress time. I kept on saying we need to stick to time. And I think just the way we did things, we could have strategized better. But I guess it's part of the process.